Good morning, students from Orsk. It's great to be with you again. I miss you guys. I hope everything's going well for you in your new academic year. Your professor told me that you're studying about American higher education system. So I wanted to share a little video with you about what my day is like at work and to tell you a little bit about the college where I work. I work at Valencia College in Orlando, Florida, and we were recently named the #1 community college, which is a 2-year college in the United States out of 1,200 colleges. We're quite large. We have almost 70,000 students. On the campus where I work, we have about 10,000 students. I thought it would be nice to begin with to introduce you to some of my students. So it's almost time for my first class. Today my first class is at 10:30 in the morning, and they're a group of beginning students. I have them for a speaking and listening class. So let's go to my classroom and I'll let them say hi to you.
Hello, Russia!
Well, those were my first year students, and they're very shy. They don't speak a lot of English. You speak more English than they do. So all they felt comfortable in saying was, "Hello, Russia." But they were happy to send a greeting to you from the United States. I want to talk to you a little bit about higher education in the United States. First of all, in our classrooms, we use a lot of technology. Most of the classrooms that I teach in are called smart classrooms. Each room has around $40,000 worth of technology in it. This screen here controls my whole room. I can turn off the lights from this panel. I can put the screen up and down for the movie screen. I can I can project onto the screen from my computer, from a DVD, from a VHS tape, from an audio tape as well. And I have an internet connection in this room, so I can show things from the internet as well. There's a projector on the ceiling mounted. You have these in Orsk as well. And there are also speakers that are mounted in the ceiling. The screen is a touch screen that comes up and down from my control panel. In the U.S. system of education, there are various types of degrees that a student can earn. The shortest degree, the one that you can get the quickest, is called an associate degree. It's traditionally a 2-year degree, and there are 2 types. An associate in science, which prepares a student in 2 years to go into the workforce and begin working with a skilled trade. The other type of associate is associate in arts degree, which is really the first 2 years of the 4-year bachelor's degree. It has a lot of general studies courses. In the United States, students do not just study a specialty, but they also study in various general areas. Every student has to have some courses in mathematics, in the sciences, and in the humanities. So Valencia College, where I teach, is a college that teaches the first 2 years. And we're a very large college. We have about 70,000 students studying with us. It's a state-run system. In the United States, higher education is controlled state by state. So if you are studying maybe a little different version of what I'm saying, it could be from another state. They do vary, so they might not be exactly what you have in your book. So once a student finishes the first 2 years at a community college, if they decide to begin at a community college, they can transfer to a university. A university offers 4-year degrees and higher, so they offer bachelor's degrees. Students can begin directly at a university and take all 4 years there. There are certain advantages to beginning at a community college, however. Usually the classes in a community college are smaller. My classes have a maximum of 25 students. Many of my classes have only 13 or 14 in them. In a university, a first semester course could have as many as 200 students in one class, which makes it difficult to get to know your professor. So the bachelor's degree traditionally takes 4 years. It's the most common degree in the United States. Most students who go to the university get a bachelor's degree, and then they begin working in their careers. However, others do go on to advanced degrees. The bachelor's and associates are called undergraduate degrees. Then we also have graduate level degrees, which includes the master's degree, which is what I have. It's an additional 2 years typically. It can be more or less than that. And Then the highest degree in the United States is the doctorate degree or the PhD. At community colleges, professors need to have at least a master's degree in their field. At universities, usually they are required to have a doctorate degree in order to teach. One of the things that's very different from the Russian system to the American education system is the way student schedules are built. I noticed in Russia that you stay with the same group of students most of the way through your college career, and you don't have any choice of which classes or what times you're going to take them. The schedule is made for you, and you just show up at the right time in the right place. In the United States, it's different. In the American higher education system, students build their own schedules. Each student decides when they want to take classes, what days, what classes, and the students they're with changes with every class that they take. Students register for their classes on the computer, so they have to look online and build their own schedule. That way they can work around their work schedule, find a schedule that's convenient for them. There are classes given in the mornings, in the afternoons. There are night classes, weekend classes. Most classes are taught in the classroom traditionally with the teacher face-to-face. There are some classes, and this is growing a lot in the United States, that are online classes. The student may never meet another classmate or their professor. They'll do everything through the internet. And some courses are hybrid courses. That means they're a combination. One time a week they'll meet in the classroom, and the rest of the class will be online. So when a student is ready to make their schedule for the next semester, they go online, and first they pick, for each class that they're going to take, they pick what subject, what department it is. So there's a long list of classes offered, right? They choose the one that they want, American literature. Then they go down, and if they know the course number, they'll type that in. They will decide what kind of class they want to take, if it's a classroom, if it's a hybrid course, partly online, partly in the classroom, an online course only on the internet on the computer, or an on-site course, which means they meet in the classroom. So we'll just leave all of those open. Then which of Valencia's campuses do they want to be on? Do they want to be on the Osceola campus, off campus, Lake Nona High School, East Campus? They can choose which one. And some of our students actually take classes on different campuses. They're quite far apart, they have to drive. Then, for what time period do they want to take the class? The full term, which is the traditional way, 16 weeks. Term A, they can take a concentrated course just in the first half of the semester. Term B, in the second half, first 10 weeks, first 5 weeks. There are many options now, all designed to meet people's work schedules and demands. Another difference is the actual daily schedule. We don't go to class like 4 classes per day or 5 classes per day, 5 days a week. A typical load here for a student would be to take 4 classes. These are classes I'm teaching this semester. I'm teaching 5. But you can see on Mondays and Wednesdays, the classes meet 2 days a week. On Mondays and Wednesdays, I have a class from 9 until 10:15, a second class from 10:30 until 11:45, and then I have an afternoon class from 3 p.m. until 4:15. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just teach 2 classes, 10:30 to 11:45, and 12 o'clock noon until 1:15. Professors are also required each week to have set office hours. These are times when students can always find me in my office and they can come to ask questions. 5 hours a week I have to be physically present in my office waiting for students, and the other 5 hours they can reach me by telephone. So, while the degrees are probably equivalent in their level of education, you can see there are quite a few differences between the American higher education system and the Russian higher education system. I know that your system is being changed right now. You're under reform. And part of that, I think, is to make it more like the European system, which is similar to the U.S. system. So I hope that just gives you a little idea. And it's been my great pleasure today to be able to come into your classroom once again. I miss you guys, and hope that you'll come and visit us here. So have a great class, and don't forget to do your homework.